college, Bill Walton was quite the man, you know? He's a UCLA guy, right?
He is quite a character. He's like a cartoon character almost.
You know what?
He's pretty great, though.
Yeah, I bumped into him at the airport maybe about 8-9 years ago. Man. Just walking with two canes, you know, he's just in bad shape. He's in bad shape. He's beat up. You would think that, you know, somebody big stature was kind of, you know, that he was going down the whole thing with crutches, eating size, you know, big backpack on his back and a Grateful Dead t-shirt on, you know. So.
Yeah, I know. He'd be the main announcer and disappear for 2 years. All of a sudden, he'd be back announcing big games again. Like, where's he been? He always found some way to be an announcer.
Who knows? Yeah. But anyway, we are the Sportspage Pundits, and we are back this week for another big show. This week, we are going to talk NBA play-in games for tonight. We'll probably come back later in the week to talk more about the real playoffs as they start here at the end of the week. I guess they start Saturday, Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I just know that the Mavs are playing on Sunday.
Mavs are Sunday.
Everybody else, you know.
I gotta have my Celtics and my Mavs. They're my
I see your Celtics hat on over there.
Celtics and Mavs have always been.
Looking at this Denver thing over here, we'll see what happens there. But a lot.
Go Nuggets! Looking for that sweep again.
Yes. Lot to talk about this evening, and we will start out with the game that just finished. We tried to sneak the game in, and we tried to sneak a show in. But, things happened, so we had to do it today. But we did not pay too much attention to the game as far as I understand. Although we do know that the Lakers won, and they beat the New Orleans Pelicans by 4. It was,
in New Orleans.
It really wasn't close until the fourth quarter came around, and the Pels showed up. And how they showed up was in the body of Zion Williamson.
He was good all game, though.
He was, and exactly right. That's exactly how they showed up. He kept them in the ball game, and he was just awesome. 40 points. Let me check the stats here, but
ended up giving it all in that game, literally.
Yep, and then he
40 points, 11 rebounds. Yeah, and then he got injured.
He got hurt in the last 5 minutes, and that was.
Yeah.
The interesting one is Ingram only played 25 minutes. That does not. I mean, he only got 11, and he averages 10, 11. He has about 21 a game, and I don't know what happened there. I mean,
So obviously Zion had the hot hand that game. Man, if he would have been there for the last few minutes, what do you think would have happened?
It looked like the New Orleans. I mean, the last few minutes. That's what I want. I think they would have had a good shot to win. And so
I picked them actually before the game. I was in just my picking. I would have picked them before the game. I was banking on the fact that you have a 24-year-old going up against a 40-year-old. I'm thinking that the 24-year-old should win every time. But LeBron came through, played hard, played well. Took some terrible LeBron shots as usual. He's not a three-point shooter, but he insists upon throwing those things up every once in a while. But the bottom line to me was Ingram. Ingram, I thought, would have been the difference in the game. But
I was looking at fouls. He had one foul. I was like, well, did he have a bunch of fouls? And one foul, 25 minutes and 11. I don't know. I'd sure like to. If I'm the media there, I'm wondering why was he not playing? What happened?
Exactly.
And unless it comes out he was hurt, then other than that, I don't have an answer. And I don't know if they both got hurt in the 4. That's surprising they were that close. But if he didn't get hurt, then I really would like to know why he was not playing, because
I hear you.
He was not in foul trouble because he's a good player. And particularly when Zion got hurt, how in the world? Why would you not at least put him back in then?
No, agreed.
You need scorers.
Well, especially when C.J. McCollum, who was averaging 25 a game prior to this, shows up with 9 points for you. He he was, as the band Farner would say, cold as ice. He was terrible. He was
Yeah, I mean,
kind of reminded me.
you look at this, it's
He was
like,
kind of reminded me of John Starks when the Knicks played the Rockets. Everything he shot up was just a freaking clanger, and that's what it was like tonight. So, but anyway,
John Starks, he was a OSU
more
star. He
important
was,
for you seeing how the Lakers are going to show up in Denver.
yep.
Yeah. So, the Lakers, I figured they probably would have won this game. I didn't bank on Zion doing what he almost did and complete that late game rally. But you know what? The LA Lakers are the Pittsburgh Steelers of the NBA. It doesn't matter what they do, they're getting in with the last 1 or 2 seed. They're doing it.
Yep, and they made the West Finals as the 7. Wasn't that last year? It was last year, wasn't
It did, and we all remember what happened in that one. I got to pull out my broom, and
Yep.
I think that I'm if I were going to put money on anything right now, it would be I'm going to pull out that broom again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting it ready because obviously Denver's got home court against LA. And I really doubt that LA wanted to face the Nuggets this early in the playoffs, but that's where the chips fell, and that's what's happening. LA is coming to Denver, and it's going to be it's going to be difficult for him to do. I think really it's going to come down to what can Anthony Davis do inside against the Joker.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're not 100% sure that LA is coming to Denver, but it's looking pretty good because I think whoever wins the next game, which we probably need to roll on into here with the Warriors and the who is it? It's Golden State and Sacramento.
Yeah.
And
I thought LA though has clinched the.
No, they haven't. That's what I'm saying. Is that we don't know who's going to win the Kings and the Warrior game. But whoever it is will face the Lakers, and the Lakers will have that opportunity to whip up on either one of those teams because I don't see the Lakers being stopped by the Kings, certainly. And the Golden State is just a little bit on the shaky side themselves. So
the Lakers have clinched.
Yeah.
They're already in.
I think the Lakers are for sure coming to Denver.
The Lakers are the 7th, and the Pelicans play the winner of.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Play the winner of the Kings Warriors, and the Lakers are. It's cinched. It's cinched. So now it's who's going to play the Thunder. Now I'm a distant third Thunder fan because I grew up there, but my dad's a season ticket holder, and he didn't want the Lakers, so he'd be happy with that. And I gotta say if Zion is healthy, and we'll find out, I think they probably beat either one of these 2 teams. Now Zion can't play, then I would definitely not be very.
Well, let's just say it. Zion's not going to play. Okay, I'm just going to tell you he's not going to play. And the reason why I'm going to say that is if he could have played, he'd have been out there in the last 5 minutes of this game. There's nothing going to change between tonight and tomorrow.
Probably true.
Going to make him play. If it was the cortisone, they would have wrapped his ankle, they would have taped his toe, whatever it was. They would have had him back out on the floor in that fourth quarter.
So
not back on the floor in the fourth quarter, he ain't playing it tomorrow.
So do you think
Thursday, actually though?
Do you think that he might be able to come back Friday and play the winner of the Warriors Kings game?
Don't see it happening.
That'll be Thursday. The Friday game will be the Eastern Conference one. At least that's what.
No, it says that the loser of Tuesday's Lakers-Pelicans game on Friday will play the winner of the Warriors-Kings game Friday to determine the West number 8 seed.
Oh, so both games are on Friday. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, both games. Well, that's 3 days. So I don't know. I think that he might have a shot then.
Still don't see it. I mean, even Willis Reed, he got injured. He came back. Okay. And on one leg, he would have at least been a big enough decoy to
Sure.
get somebody else open and free. I really doubt that he's going to play.
So
Again, I have
yeah,
no insight on what the injury is, but whatever it was that prevented him from coming out in the most important minutes of the ball game, I don't see it changing much come the next game. It ain't going to get that much better. So what do we think about the Warriors Kings game? Who do we got? What you got there, Sooner? I think Sooner's frozen. Oh, there he is. He's back.
I'd say I think if he plays, they win. If he doesn't, I don't think they will. I think either one of those. I'll take the Warriors or Kings. Either one. I don't think Zion will. And of course, I would not to know a little bit more about Ingram. I mean, I don't know. If he's hurt, then I don't give them any chance.
No. What do you got with Golden State and Sacramento tonight, Kulik?
Yeah, I have to take Golden State, I think, on this one. That Steph Curry 50-pointer to finish out the season, that scares me a little bit. And so, that off of that alone, I kind of have to go with the Warriors taking down the Kings.
Yeah, I think the Kings have slid from they were like home court advantage team earlier, the midway through the season, and all of a sudden injury bug got them a little bit, and they just kind of slipped all the way down to where they are right now. And to me, that is just a sign that they got no chance against Golden State. I don't think Golden State's any world beater. I don't think they're going anywhere past this Kings game. I don't think they're going to last past that. But it's how mighty how long a fall have the Kings suffered this year, from third in the league last year to ninth.
If Pelicans don't have Zion, I would probably also have Golden State beating them to face the Thunder.
Yeah, if not. We don't know yet, but if not, again,
I'm going to go against the grain and say the Kings win tonight.
You think? I don't know. What I'm going to tell you, these are three bad teams.
Yeah.
Especially, I wouldn't say that about the Pelicans unless, Zion isn't there. If Zion isn't there, then, like I said, they're three bad teams. So whoever comes out of this basement ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. I would say if the Pelicans are fully healthy, they're the most dangerous. But I don't think any of those teams will. They might win one, but Thunder probably win in 5 against any of those teams.
Yeah, I would say so.
What you think Sabonis is going to show up a little bit?
Well, yeah, he should. I'm thinking he'll have a decent game. But it just seems like to me, the injuries are just mounting for the Kings. They're Huerter is not going to be there, and that's a big score. They're losing a lot on the offensive end of the ball. So Kevin Huerter, and so that's going to be tough for them to score some points. And I understand that Steph Curry scored 50, but number one, he's going to have to do that if they have a chance. And number two, he ain't the Steph Curry of a few years ago where he could do that. Where that was a threat every night.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the biggest thing in that team is Thompson's nothing close to like he used to be.
That's their biggest downfall.
I mean, he's a problem because he's dropped so much. He's hard to trade. Like nobody really wants him. He's just never been the same since this last injury.
He's gone all the way back to regress to a nice player in the NBA.
At time he's not even nice. I mean, he's just okay. But I mean, he's solid, but he is nothing like he was 3 or 4 years ago.
Nothing.
And he's the biggest.
Nothing like that. So let's go out to the East there. What do you think? We've got Miami and Philly. What do you got, Suna? What do you think he's going to handle this one?
Let's see. We're on. It looks like we're at Philly.
Yeah, we're at Philly.
I think the Heat will. I think they're just overall a little better team. I think they have a little more depth than the Sixers. Granted, Embiid has come back. I don't think he's going to be enough, though. I like the Heat in that game.
You do? I'm going to tell you that the Heat will lose by 15-20 in that game.
Okay, I guess I don't
Think so, huh?
We'll see.
Yeah, the Heat will lose by 15-20 in that game.
Yeah.
I'll just give it to you this way: the Philadelphia is the 7th seed for one reason and one reason only. Embiid missed 20-something games. That's the reason. He's back. His first game back, I think he was like a double with 30 and 10 or something like that. His first game back, and he's been solid ever since. The Miami Heat in 8th place. They're in 8th place. They've been in 8th place. They hadn't had a stretch like Philly has had when Philly was healthy. They got no chance. Jimmy Buckets ain't Jimmy Buckets of old. They just I don't see it. Tyler Hero is he going to be the hero? Doubt it. They don't have the deal. The X factor is Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey is good. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey is going to make all the difference in that ball game. So, and
Buddy's a solid pickup they got as well. Buddy doesn't. He's like the 3rd, 4th, or 5th option. That's pretty good 4th or 5th option. Yep. Buddy Hield.
Yep. Agreed. What do you think, Kulik?
Yeah. Well, the Heat come out to play during playoff time. We witnessed that last season, right?
Yeah.
And while I don't share that kind of optimism that the 76ers are going to annihilate them, it could be a close one. I think Bam could be – I don't know. It's a little difficult, but I think they could only because Miami Heat come to play in playoff time. So, I almost got to go with the Heat on this one.
Wow. So I'm the only one that is going to stick his neck out there, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I mean, they're the home team. I mean, Philly should. I mean, they're the home team. So I can understand why you pick them, but I kind of like, the Heat have they do kind of come to play in the playoffs, and the Sixers have kind of been notorious for not doing as well like they should. The process. What did he call it? The process. And Buddy Hield, a funny, interesting stat, is the first guy in 20 years to play 84 games in a season because he was traded.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he played 84 is amazing because most guys sit out and have their rest days, and he didn't even have any of those. To me, that's a lot more amazing than 20 years ago because guys 20 years ago played most of the season.
Yep, they sure did. I think the line is like 4.5. Philly.
You got Philly easy. You got them rolling.
Yeah, I do. I don't think it'll be close. But then we do have another game in the East, and that other game is one that nobody cares about. Anybody care about it?
Yeah, I like Trey. I like Trey. I mean, he's a good Sooner, good local Oklahoma boy. I actually saw him at the OU Texas game. We were going in, and all of a sudden, there's just this entourage of like 5 or 7 guys, and the dude Trey was literally 1 foot from me, and he fist bumped me. Hey man, Trey. So that's pretty cool. And then he rolled all through everybody, everyone got out of the way, and he went to the sideline.
Yep. Well, Trey Young, one-time Maverick, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They both got good players, but Dallas got better.
Yes, but I don't have a feel for this game either way. If I was a betting man, I would take Chicago.
Yeah,
but man, Atlanta, where have they? I mean,
East Finals 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, where have they gone? I have no clue. That's kind of crazy for them.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I do see coming out of that 4-game set there in the East I'm going to probably go Philly, Chicago.
Yeah, I'll take Chicago on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like Chicago at home, and then I guess in our scenario, Kulik would be Chicago at Miami, and then no, it would be Miami would be the 7,
right?
Chicago would go to Philly, and I would take Philly. Yeah, I think Philly is for sure going to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that is the play-in tournament, the way we see it. Anything else going on, guys? Any shout-outs that we want to give? anything we want to say before we get on out of here?
Well, I just like to say a shout out to Mother Nature to Saturday to not be too bad. Just so we can at least drive because I want to go to the OU Red White game. It's a fun game. And it's actually, it's actually a really neat thing for people that don't get to go to a lot. It's not you can go to a game. It's $10 at wherever you want. It's just fun for me. I'm going to get to go to a lot of games, but I really like it for people that don't get to go to a lot of them and get to see the experience because it's a real cheap way to do it. And unfortunately, it probably will be. A lot of people won't be able to go because of that. It's too bad.
Yeah.
How long maybe she'll come through.
How long a drive is it up there?
It's from Dallas. It's 2.5, 3 hours.
Okay. Where they play? Norman? Where do they play?
Norman.
Norman? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Very cool. Well, good luck to OU because
we win the game. We're guaranteed to win.
OU is going to win the game, so I'm going to win anyway. Yeah. But what you got, Kulik? What you got going on there, bud? You want to give?
Yeah, well, shout outs to not only the Denver Nuggets, but the Colorado Avalanche. Although I don't know how you drop that game to the Las Vegas Golden Knights when you're leading 3-0. But shout out to Denver sports right now. I'm excitement come at least hockey or NHL and NBA playoff time. Can't say so much about NFL or baseball, but shout out for Denver sports. It's a fun season going into here. We expect our teams to at least make a run. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to a fun rest of the April, May, and even maybe June.
Awesome. Very good. Well, I just have a quick shout out, and it goes out to the ladies who had their WNBA draft last night. And as we know, Caitlin Clark is going to Indiana, but some good players came out and making some good rosters, and maybe, just maybe, women's basketball might be back, or I should say might be coming up from where they've been.
Who else went to the Fever?
You went to the Fever?
Yeah, there's another pick that I liked. Not just Caitlin, but I can't remember who it was.
See if we can pick it up real quick here.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm looking real quick. Celeste Taylor from Ohio State.
Okay.
That I think that's also a good pickup for the Fever. Fever could be back playing for the WNBA finals, so that'd be exciting to see that.
We'll see. I think Chicago had a good draft as well.
Yep.
That Cardoza, 6'8", whatever, 6'7", yeah. Cool. But anyway, women's basketball is on the rise. We've been the best. And we are the Sportspage Pundits, and we are signing out.
Peace.